Hello, good morning students. Welcome to BS1 second semester geology online class. Today I am going to discuss on placenta, structure of placenta and its classification. So what is placenta? So far what we discussed: formation of gametes, fusion of gametes, fertilization and development of zygote. Zygote undergoes cleavage, types of cleavage, patterns of cleavage, all we discussed. Then the formation of placenta. In eutherian mammals, mammals are, you know it very well, they are viviparous. Most of the mammals are viviparous except one group, that is monotrematA, egg laying mammals. Except that one, remaining all mammals are placental mammals. They have placenta. This placenta helps in the development of fetus inside the womb of the mother by making connection between mother and the fetus. So this is essential for the exchange of physiological materials between mother and fetus. Therefore, the placenta is a temporary association between the fetal and maternal tissues to permit the exchange of materials between the two. So between mother and fetus, exchange of certain materials occur. So from mother to fetus, some nutrients, oxygen, hormones, they are being supplied from mother to fetus. From fetus to mother, waste substances such as carbon dioxide, the nitrogenous waste, they're all eliminated into the maternal circulation through this placenta. Therefore, during the development of fetus, this placenta helps the fetus for its proper development. So this is a temporary association, temporary structure it is, temporary formation, temporary organization, temporary organic connection between fetus and mother. After the delivery of the young one, the placenta is also removed. Next, classification based on placental shape and contact points. See, placenta, the outermost layer of the placenta is the chorion. Extraembryonic membranes. There are 4 extraembryonic membranes: chorion, then amnion, yolk sac, and allantois. Chorion is the outermost layer of the blastocyst. Blastocyst means, see, the one vesicle is formed. Inside this vesicle, the embryo is developing. This outermost layer of the vesicle is in contact with the layer of the uterus, right? That outermost layer of the blastocyst is called as chorion. So chorion has connection with the endometrium of the uterus. So depending upon its shape and contact, the placentae have been categorized, differentiated into different types. Examination of placentae from different species reveals striking differences in their shape and the area of contact between fetal and maternal tissue. The first one is diffuse type. Almost the entire surface of the allantochorion is involved in formation of the placenta. It is seen in horses and pigs. Diffuse type, look here, this is diffuse type. Can you see here? So inside this, embryo is present, fetus is there. Outermost layer is chorion. This is what? Chorion. Can you see here? This is chorion. This chorion comes in contact with the uterus of its mother. Okay, so these daughters, can you see here? These dots are chorionic villi. These are chorionic villi. These chorionic villi makes connection to the surrounding in a uterus. So these villi are diffused, they are distributed evenly throughout the surface of the blastocyst, right? Therefore such type of placenta is called as diffuse type of placenta. So such type of placenta present in horses and pigs. Second one is cotyledonary type of placenta. So here multiple discrete areas of attachment called cotyledons are formed by interaction of patches of allantochorion with endometrium. So here cotyledon, you can see here. Here these are the patches of chorionic villi. These are the patches of chorionic villi. And these patches are called as cotyledons. Many cotyledons are here. These cotyledons are the places where the placenta is connected to wall of the uterus. Whereas here chorionic villi are present evenly throughout the surface of the blastocyst, whereas here not evenly distributed. They are distributed in patch-like form. These patches are called as cotyledons. Such type of placenta is called as cotyledonary placenta. Okay, the fetal portions of the type of placenta are called cotyledons. The maternal contact sites, caruncles, and the cotyledon caruncle complex placentome. This type of placentation is observed in ruminants, cattle, okay, cow, buffaloes. There we can see this type of placenta, cotyledonary placenta. Next type is jonary. The placenta takes the form of complete or incomplete, the placenta takes the form of a complete or incomplete band of tissue surrounding the fetus, seen in carnivores like dogs and cats, seals, bears and elephants. So here, look here, jonary. This is what? Jonary. This entire part is a blastocyst. The entire outer surface of the blastocyst is not having chorionic villi. Chorionic villi are distributed here only. These are chorionic villi. This part of chorionic villi forms a band-like structure around the blastocyst. Only this zone has the chorionic villi, and this part has no chorionic villi. Therefore such placenta is called as jonary placenta. This is a only part of the blastocyst which has connection to the uterine wall. Here and here, this blastocyst is not connected to the uterus. Connection between the blastocyst and the uterus occurs only at this region. Therefore such type of placenta is called jonary placenta. So such type of placenta occur in carnivores such as dogs, cats, seals, deers, elephants. Elephants are not carnivorous, but they have. Okay, next one is discoid type. A single placenta is formed and is discoid in shape, disc-like, seen in primates and rodents. Primates, all mammals are broadly classified into primates and non-primates. Primates include chimpanzee, gorilla, monkey, human beings. Non-primates, all other mammals come under non-primates. Rodents and primates have this type of placenta, discoid. How it would be like this, discoid, disc shape. Okay, at one place At one place, chorionic villi are present. At this region only, this blastocyst has connection with the uterine wall. Remaining part is not connected to the uterine wall. So this connected part is disc-like. Therefore, this is called discoid type of placenta. So discoid type of placenta is present in human beings. So that's about classification of placentae on the basis of shape of the placenta and the distribution of chorionic villi on blastocyst and its attachment to the wall of the uterus. Next, classification based on layers between fetal and maternal blood. Look here, placenta is an organic connection between mother and fetus. This is formed by the investment of certain tissues of mother as well as fetus. Okay, so these two types of tissues, connected with each other to form placenta. So how many tissues are involved in the formation of placenta? Depending upon that, there are different types of placentae. Just prior to formation of placenta, there are a total of 6 layers of tissue separating maternal and fetal blood. Separating maternal and fetal blood, between maternal and fetal blood, there are how many tissues? 6 layers of tissues. 6 layers of tissues are there between maternal and fetal blood circulation. So there are 3 layers of fetal extraembryonic membranes in the chorioallantoic placenta of all mammals, all of which are components of the mature placenta. Endothelium lining allantoic capillaries. So fetal tissues, 3 fetal tissues are there. Number 1, endothelium lining allantoic capillaries. Blood vessels in a fetus surrounded by endothelium. Endothelium is nothing but wall of the blood vessels. Okay. Next tissue outside the endothelium, connective tissue is there. Connective tissue in the form of chorioallantoic mesoderm. And third tissue, chorionic epithelium, the outermost layer of fetal membranes derived from the trophoblast. Look here. So these 3 are fetal tissues and these 3 are maternal tissues. So fetal tissues are, number 1, fetal endothelial cells. Fetal endothelium. Endothelium is epithelium present in the wall of blood vessels. This is fetal portion. Next, outside this, connective tissue is there. Fetal connective tissue. Next, chorionic epithelium. Chorion is the outermost extraembryonic membrane. Its epithelium is called chorionic epithelium. So these are the 3 tissues. If you remove these 3 tissues, what will be available? Blood. This is fetal blood. Fetal blood is flowing through this blood vessel, and this side, this is maternal part of the placenta. Maternal part. So maternal part has 3 tissues. So endometrial epithelium means, endometrium is innermost layer of the uterus. Endometrium, maternal connective tissue, and maternal endothelial cells. So if this blood has to mix up with this blood, it has to pass through how many layers? 6 layers. This side 3, this side 3. Okay, so the exchange of substances between maternal circulation and fetal circulation is made easier by reducing the tissues between these 2 circulations. If instead of 6 tissues, if 5 tissues are there, what happens? The exchange of physiological material between these 2 circulation is more efficient. more efficient, isn't it? If only 4 layers are there, it would be more easier for the circulation of, exchange of these, exchange of materials between maternal and fetal circulation. If only 3 tissues are there, only 2 tissues are there, it would be more easier for the exchange of substances between maternal and fetal circulations. So depending upon how many tissues layers are involved in the formation of placenta, there are different types of placentae. So we discussed 3 tissues present in the fetal side and 3 tissues present in the maternal side. There are also 3 layers on the maternal side, but the number of these layers which are retained, that is not destroyed in the process of placentation, varies greatly among species. The 3 placental maternal layers in a placenta are endothelium lining, endometrial blood vessels, connective tissue of the endometrium, endometrial epithelial cells. So these are the tissues. So one classification scheme for placenta is based on which maternal layers are retained. Which maternal layers are retained, right? Which maternal layers? Maternal layers are how many? 3. Endometrial epithelium, maternal connective tissue, and maternal endothelial cells. How many tissues are retained in the maternal side? Depending upon that, there are different types of placenta. So which of course is the same as stating which maternal tissue is in contact with chorionic epithelium of the fetus. Each of the possibilities is observed in some group of mammals. Look here. Type of placenta, maternal layers retained. Examples. These are maternal layers, retained maternal layers. So epitheliochorial type of placenta. One type of placenta it is. This is called as epitheliochorial placenta. In this type of placenta, all 3 maternal layers are retained. All 3 maternal layers are retained. All 3 maternal layers as well as fetal layers are present. So such type of placenta is called as epitheliochorial type. Such type of placenta is present in horses, swine, ruminants. Have you understood? ಈಗ ತಿಳಿತಲ್ಲ, ಫೀಟಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ 3 ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ, ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್. ಮೆಟಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ 3 ಅದಾವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 3 6 ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಥರದ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಏನಂತ ಹೆಸರು? ಎಪಿಥೆಲಿಯೋಕೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಈ ಥರದ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಹಾರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ವಾಯಿನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ, ರೂಮಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ರೂಮಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಡ್ ಚಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕಡ್ ಚಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಈ ಕೆಲವು ದನಗಳು ಮಲದಾಗ ತಿಂದಂಥ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಬಾಯಿಯೊಳಗೆ ತಂದು ಅದನ್ನು ಮೆಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನಂತಾರೆ? ರೂಮಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕಡ್ ಚಿವಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್. ಕಡ್ ಚಿವಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ತಿಳಿತು, ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ರೂಮಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರದ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಕಂಡುಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಎಂಡೋಥೀಲಿಯೋಕೋರಿಯಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಅಂತ ಎರಡನೇ ಥರದ್ದಿದೆ. ಎಂಡೋಥೀಲಿಯೋಕೋರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿರ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇನು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟರ್ನಲ್ 2 ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, 2 ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಲೇಯರ್ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ? ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಪಿಥೆಲಿಯಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವು 3 ಅದಾವ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲ, 2 ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕೋರಿಯಾನಿಕ್ ಎಪಿಥೆಲಿಯಮ್ ಅದಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೆಟರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಡೋಥೆಲಿಯಮ್. ಅಂದರೆ exchange of substances between maternal and fetal blood circulation would be more easier. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಿಲ್ಲ? ಮೆಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಪಿಥೆಲಿಯಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು? ಯೂಟ್ರೈನ್ ಎಂಡೋಥೆಲಿಯಮ್ ಒಂದೇ. ಅಂದರೆ 3 ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಫೀಟಸ್, 1 ಲೇಯರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೆಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅದು? 4 ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅದು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯಿತು? 6 ಲೇಯರ್ ಇದ್ದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಲೇಯರ್ ಕಾಣೆ ಅದು, 2 ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಟ್ಟು ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3, ಇದು 1, 4 ಲೇಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ 4 ಲೇಯರ್, 6 ಲೇಯರ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದು, 4 ಲೇಯರ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. 6 ಲೇಯರ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದರೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರದ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಡಾಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ನೊಳಗೆ, ಕಾರ್ನಿವೋರಸ್ದೊಳಗೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಹಿಮೋಕೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಮೋಕೋರಿಯಲ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತದ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟ್ರಿನಲ್ 3 ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದು? ಇವು 3 ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಂಡೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಪಿಥೀಲಿಯಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಂಡೋಥೀಲಿಯಲ್ ಲೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೇನದಲ್ಲ, ಕೋರಿಯಾನಿಕ್ ಎಪಿಥೀಲಿಯಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ comes in contact, it sinks into the blood pool of the mother. ಇವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಈ ಬ್ಲಡ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಮುಳುಗ್ತಾವೆ. ಈ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇದು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು? 1 2 3, ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ? 1 2 3 3 ಲೇಯರ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಲೇಯರ್ ಉಳಿದು, 3 ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಫಿಟಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್. ಮೆಟ್ರಲ್ ಲೇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಕರ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪೂರ್ತಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಭಾಳ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಥರದ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ದೊಳಗೆ, ರೋಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ದೊಳಗೆ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ ಯಾವುದು? ಹಿಮೋಕೋರಿಯಲ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಮೋಕೋರಿಯಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸೆಂಟಾ is present, means the chorionic villi of the fetus directly come in contact with blood of the mother, so that the exchange of substances between maternal circulation and fetal circulation would be more easier, more faster. So like this, there are 2 types of placentae we discussed. So this is called epitheliochorial. Can you see here? All 6 layers are here present. In endotheliocorial, how many layers? How many layers are here? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 layers. Whereas here, not 5. 1 2 3 4 layers here. But here only 3 layers. 1 2 3. So this layer directly comes in contact with blood. Blood vessel is ruptured. Can you see here? Blood vessel is ruptured. It is cut. So such type of placenta found in human and rodents. So summary of species differences in placental architecture. Type of placenta, common examples. Diffuse type and epitheliochorial type of placenta found in horses and pigs. Cotyledonary and epitheliochorial type of placenta found in ruminants like cattle, sheep, goats, deer. Jonary endotheliocorial type of placenta found in carnivores, dog, cat. Okay. Next, discoid type and hemochorial type of placenta occur in humans, apes, monkeys, rodents. So rodents, rat, mice, so they are having this type of placenta. So human beings placenta is of what type? Discoid type and hemochorial type. Okay, so that's about the placenta. What is placenta? Then classification of placenta based on distribution of chorionic villi and based on involvement of number of tissue layers in the formation of placenta. Placenta have been classified into 3 types, right? Now coming to discuss the assignments. 3 assignments are here. What is placenta? What is cotyledonary placenta? And what type of placenta is present in humans? Very simple. What is placenta? Give definition. What is cotyledonary placenta? What type of placenta is called cotyledonary? And what type of placenta is present in human beings? Okay. So these are the assignments. We shall see in next class the next part of the embryology. Thank you.